What's up, guys? This is Webby back again for a special podcast for you. This edition, we're going to be going over and discussing what I think the WrestleMania card will be. The lineup of how the WrestleMania card will be laid out for us wrestling fans. This WrestleMania jam-packed card that we will see. The WWE finally, after 4 or 5 years, they are giving us a card that we're going to be entertained, hopefully, throughout the entire 6.5, probably 7 hours this show will be. And this is the way I see this card being laid out from top to bottom. First off, the Usos versus the New Day versus the Bludgeon Brothers for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championship. Maybe in a ladder match that is not announced yet. Rumored. Could possibly see that happening. Would be very entertaining if that happens. And it does have to do with 6 individuals. And WWE does have a tendency to put a ladder with 6 men in it. Now, these guys always put on extraordinary contests. They have great work inside the squared circle. And it would be a great start for WrestleMania. That's why I would put these guys first for the event. Next, the Women's Battle Royal. Now, some might say, well, why would you put the Women's Battle Royal second? It's a slow down pace type matchup. That match, literally, would keep the WWE Universe entertained for one major aspect, the Sasha and Bayley rivalry that's going on. People will be tuning in to see what they do, how that evolves in that contest. I mean, a lot of people think that these two women should have their own matchup. That's not happening. People are watching the Women's Battle Royal mainly for this rivalry. You want to get right down to it. So this is another way to keep the people on their seats. See what happens in this Battle Royal between these two women. Next, The Miz versus Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins. These 3 guys are going to put on an absolute clinic for us wrestling fans. A knockdown, drag-out affair in this triple threat matchup. Possibly a show stealer. That's why I would put this third on WrestleMania's card for us wrestling fans. Randy Orton versus Rusev versus Bobby Roode versus Jinder Mahal. I would put fourth for the United States Championship. You need something that still keeps the fans on their feet, still keeps the fans excited. Now, some people might say, well, this is a fatal 4-way contest. It still might slow the match down. Jinder Mahal doesn't have the best moves in the world. Fatal 4-ways, it's just a bunch of spots, so on and so forth. Look, just the fact that Rusev is out there, people yelling and chanting Rusev Day gets people's attention, gets people on their feet. So put this match fourth. Very intriguing. Gets people wide awake on their feet on WrestleMania. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal comes in next. You just need to get it done and out of the way. And quite frankly, hopefully WWE treats it special this year because of the HBO segment series they're having on Andre the Giant. Braun Strowman versus The Bar I would put in next, simply because you need something to boost the Andre thing off from Andre, give the fans something to scream and get excited for. And hopefully they give Braun Strowman a great tag team partner. I'm hoping it's Samoa Joe. It'll probably end up being somebody like Elias. I hope it's not the Big Show. I don't think anybody out there wants it to be the Big Show. Whatever the case, this would be a good boost coming off of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Asuka versus Charlotte, a workhorse matchup on WrestleMania's card this year, and a match everybody's wanting to see. Asuka versus Charlotte, give them a good chunk of time for WrestleMania, and then Asuka crowned the SmackDown Women's Champion. Can see that happening now. After that, Ronda and Kurt Angle versus Stephanie McMahon and Triple H. Have this match go off next. Now, some might say, well, this should happen later. Well, you don't want Ronda to be right in the middle of the card, blah, 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 blah. Look, Daniel Bryan and his big, huge comeback should be after Ronda Rousey. It should be after another matchup that I'm about to announce, because if not, him coming out is just going to wipe over these two matches. So, put Kurt and Ronda versus the McMahons. Have Ronda and Kurt win. Get people all excited and hyped up there. And you go on from there. After that, put the Brock and Roman Reigns match. Get this match out of the way. Some people probably are not happy with me saying this right now, but let's just be realistic here. You do not want to put this on last. Not with the Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon, if Shane's able to wrestle. If not, whoever Daniel Bryan's tag team partner is. You don't want Daniel Bryan before Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. You just don't want that, because they will sabotage that entire matchup. Roman Reigns' entire moment in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. You just don't want that. So put Brock versus Reigns before. Only makes sense. After Brock versus Reigns, put Daniel Bryan and whoever his tag team partner is, whether it's Shane or a surprise, versus the Nope movement, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. People will be electric. People will be excited. People will get on their feet, and it will be something for them to boost up and be joyous about, because I don't care if you're a Roman Reigns fan or not out there, the fans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans will not be happy when Roman Reigns beats Brock Lesnar. So they need something to boost up from that. After that, it's really a toss-up, because you are either going to have either Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles, or you're going to have The Undertaker versus John Cena. If this is The Undertaker's last match ever in the WWE, then you need to have him go on last. There is absolutely no doubt about it, because he is by far the greatest of all time. He is by far the measuring stick of this company. He is by far the greatest gimmick that the WWE has ever had. So if this is his last match, it needs to be last on the card. If it's not, then he doesn't need to go on last. Nakamura and AJ Styles does. So one of these two needs to go on last, and whichever one doesn't needs to go on second to last. Now, as far as the pre-show is concerned, Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship needs to go on the pre-show. Their rivalry hasn't been all that entertaining. It hasn't intrigued us wrestling fans. It hasn't done anything to excite us, so it can go on the pre-show. Who cares about it? And as far as the Cruiserweight Championship is concerned, a lot of people think that it should go on the main show. If you want to treat it right and groom the Cruiserweight division, then it should go on the main show. Do I think that the WWE is going to do that? No, I do not. I think that WWE is going to stick it on the pre-show. And then they'll add some more matches to the pre-show as well, because the pre-show will probably be 3 hours long or 2 hours long or however long they make it. Whatever the case, the pre-show will be probably the Cruiserweight Championship and a bunch of nothing matches. And hopefully they put the Raw Women's Championship on there, because that match just absolutely does not belong anywhere near the main show. And you all let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. And until I see you again, this is Webby, and I will catch you on the other side. Talk to you later.